The year is 2084. Our story opens not on Earth, but on the crimson, dusty plains of Mars. A man in a spacesuit, Douglas Quaid, walks hand in hand with a beautiful, dark-haired woman. They gaze at the Martian sky when suddenly, the ground beneath them gives way. They tumble down a rocky cliff. As they fall, Quaid's helmet shatters. The thin, unbreathable atmosphere rushes in. His face contorts in agony, his eyes bulge from their sockets. And just as his life is about to end, he wakes up. He's back in his sleek, futuristic apartment on Earth, safe in bed next to his stunning blonde wife, Lori. It was just a dream, the same recurring nightmare he's had for weeks. Quaid is a simple man, a construction worker who spends his days jackhammering rock. He feels a deep, unexplainable pull towards Mars, a planet he's never visited. As he gets ready for work, a news report on their wall-sized television discusses the Martian rebellion, led by a mysterious figure named Quado, against the planet's ruthless administrator, Velos Cohagen. Cohagen controls the supply of air on Mars, and the rebels are fighting for their freedom. On his way to work, Quaid is bombarded with advertisements for Recall Incorporated, a company that offers a unique service, memory implants. They promise the perfect vacation, not by sending you somewhere, but by implanting the memory of having been there, indistinguishable from a real experience. His co-worker, Harry, warns him against it, saying that messing with your brain is dangerous. But the idea is already planted in Quaid's mind. That night, he brings it up with Lori. He desperately wants to go to Mars, but she dismisses the idea, reminding him of the terrorist attacks and the political turmoil. Frustrated, Quaid feels trapped in his own life, a life that feels incomplete, as if something is missing. The next day, driven by his obsession, Quaid walks into the gleaming, white offices of Recall. A slick salesman named Bob McLean pitches him the ultimate package, the ego trip. Not only can they implant a vacation memory, but they can implant a new identity to go along with it. Quaid can be a millionaire, a famous athlete, or even a secret agent. The idea of being a spy on a mission to Mars is too tempting to resist. Quaid chooses the secret agent package, complete with fighting aliens, saving the planet, and of course, getting the girl. McLean assures him the experience will be so real, it will feel like it actually happened. Quaid is strapped into a large, intimidating chair. The technicians begin the memory implantation procedure, but something goes terribly wrong. Before the memory can be implanted, Quaid erupts into a violent rage. He thrashes and screams, shouting that his cover has been blown, that men are coming to kill him. He's a secret agent, and they found him. The Recall technicians are in a panic. Dr. Lull, the head of the facility, realizes the terrifying truth. Quaid is not having a reaction to the implant. Instead, the procedure has uncovered a set of pre-existing, suppressed memories. Someone has already been inside Quaid's head. They have erased his real identity and implanted the persona of a simple construction worker. The man they know as Douglas Quaid does not truly exist. To cover up their mistake, they sedate him, erase his memory of ever visiting Recall, and dump him in a robotic taxi, sending him home. Confused and disoriented, Quaid arrives back in his neighborhood. As he walks home, he is ambushed by his co-worker, Harry, and a group of other men. Harry, with a cold look in his eyes, tells Quaid that he should have stayed away from Recall. They are there to kill him. Suddenly, a lifetime of training he never knew he had kicks in. With brutal efficiency, Quaid disarms and kills all of his attackers, including the man he thought was his friend. He is shocked by his own capabilities. He rushes home to Lori, covered in blood, trying to make sense of what just happened. He tells Lori that his friends from work tried to kill him. But Lori's reaction is not what he expects. She drops her caring wife persona and becomes cold, calculated, and hostile. She reveals the shocking truth. She isn't his wife. Their entire 8-year marriage has been a lie. She is an agent assigned by Cohagen to monitor him, and his real name is not Douglas Quaid. His memories of their life together are all fake implants. When Quaid refuses to believe her, she attacks him with deadly martial arts skills. A brutal fight ensues throughout their apartment. Quaid, using his own dormant skills, manages to subdue her. As he holds her at gunpoint, a team of armed men led by a ruthless operative named Richter, who is also Lori's real husband, storms the building. Quaid barely manages to escape. leaving behind the life he thought was his. Now a fugitive, Quaid is relentlessly pursued by Richter and his men. He checks into a discreet hotel, where he receives a mysterious suitcase. Inside, he finds money, gadgets, a fake ID, and a laptop. He plays a video file and is stunned to see a recording of himself. But this is not the Douglas Quaid he knows. This is Hauser, his former self. Hauser explains that he used to work for Cohagen on Mars. He discovered a dangerous secret and switched sides to join the rebellion. To protect himself and the rebellion's secrets, he allowed his memory to be erased and the Quaid identity to be implanted. He orchestrated this entire series of events, knowing that the recall trip would trigger the awakening. Hauser instructs Quaid to go to Mars, find Quado, and remove a mind control bug from his skull using a device in the suitcase. Following Hauser's instructions, Quaid travels to Mars. To get past Cohagen's security, he uses an ingenious, high-tech disguise, an animatronic woman's body. The disguise hilariously malfunctions at the Mars security checkpoint, revealing Quaid inside. He fights his way through the guards and escapes into the Martian colony. He is greeted by a seedy, sprawling settlement called Venusville, the red light district where many of the planet's mutated citizens live. He hires a mutant cab driver named Benny, who seems friendly and offers to help him navigate the city. Benny takes him to the last resort, a bar where Quaid hopes to find Melina, the woman from his dreams. And there she is, looking exactly as he remembered. He approaches her, telling her that Hauser sent him. But Melina wants nothing to do with him. She believes he is still Hauser, Cohagen's right-hand man, and that this is all a trick. She slaps him and tells him to stay away, leaving Quaid more confused than ever. He returns to his hotel room, dejected. Later that night, he gets an unexpected visitor. It's Dr. Edgemar, the man from Recall, accompanied by Lori. Edgemar calmly explains that Quaid never left the Recall facility. He is currently suffering from a schizoid embolism, a state of paranoid delusion brought on by the failed memory implant. Everything since he woke up in the Recall chair, the fight with Lori, the escape, the trip to Mars, has been part of the ego trip fantasy he purchased. Edgemar tells him that he is trapped in a dream, and if he doesn't wake up, he will be lobotomized. He offers Quaid a red pill, a symbol of reality, telling him that swallowing it will return him to the real world. Quaid is at a breaking point. Is this all real, or is he trapped in his own mind? Lori pleads with him, trying to convince him that she is his loving wife and that this is all a horrible nightmare. Quaid is about to take the pill to accept their reality over his own. But just then, he sees a single drop of sweat trickle down Dr. Edgemar's forehead. It's a small, human detail. If this was all a dream, why would his subconscious create such a subtle sign of fear? In that moment, Quaid makes his choice. He believes the world he is in is real. He puts the gun to Edgemar's head and pulls the trigger, killing him instantly. Consider that a divorce, he says to a horrified Lori. Richter's men burst in and capture Quaid, but just as they are about to kill him, Melina appears. She guns down Lori and helps Quaid escape. Now convinced that he is on her side, Melina takes Quaid to the secret rebel base in Venusville. There, he finally meets the legendary leader, Quado. In a bizarre and unforgettable scene, a small, psychic mutant named George opens his stomach to reveal Quado, a small, infant-like humanoid fused to his body. Quado is the mastermind of the rebellion. He places his hand on Quaid's forehead and uses his telepathic powers to read his mind. He confirms that the secret Cohagen is trying to protect is hidden deep within Quaid's brain. Quado tells him that the key to freeing Mars lies in an ancient alien reactor buried deep within the planet's mines. Activating it will create a breathable atmosphere, breaking Cohagen's monopoly on air and liberating the planet. Before Quado can reveal more, Cohagen's forces, led by the cab driver Benny who reveals himself as a traitor, storm the rebel hideout. In the ensuing firefight, Quado is fatally wounded by Richter. As he dies, Quado tells Quaid to start the reactor and gives him a brief, powerful psychic vision of the reactor's activation. Quaid and Melina are captured and brought before Cohagen. Cohagen finally reveals the ultimate truth. He plays another video recording of Hauser, who smugly explains the entire diabolical plan. The Quaid personality was a Trojan horse. Hauser was never a traitor. He was Cohagen's best friend, and he orchestrated the entire charade to infiltrate the rebellion, locate Quado, and wipe them out from the inside. Hauser's plan was to have his memory restored after the mission was complete, so he could return to Cohagen's side. Cohagen orders his technicians to wipe Quaid's mind and re-implant the Hauser persona. As the memory-wiping machine prepares to erase Quaid, he manages to break free. With Melina's help, they fight their way out of Cohagen's headquarters and race towards the alien reactor in the mines. Richter is in hot pursuit. They fight a desperate battle on a massive elevator, where Quaid finally gets his revenge, severing Richter's arms and sending him plummeting to his death. Quaid and Melina reach the control room for the alien reactor. Cohagen confronts them one last time, holding a bomb. He gloats that activating the reactor will be a cataclysmic event, destroying the planet. A fight breaks out, and the struggle causes a breach in the station's hull. The explosive decompression sucks Cohagen out onto the Martian surface. Without a spacesuit, he suffocates in a gruesome, eye-popping display. Quaid is also being pulled out, but he manages to activate the reactor just in time. Giant pillars of ice deep within the planet's core are vaporized, releasing massive amounts of oxygen. A new, breathable atmosphere erupts across the planet's surface. The red sky turns to a brilliant blue. Quaid and Melina, who were moments from death, are saved. They stand on the Martian surface, able to breathe the air freely for the first time. The war is over. Mars is free. As they look at the new blue sky, Melina asks, "I can't believe it. It's like a dream." She looks at Quaid and kisses him. He stares at the sky, a flicker of doubt still in his eyes. He wonders, was this all real? Or did he get exactly what he paid for at Recall? A secret agent fantasy, complete with saving the planet and getting the girl, all culminating in a blue sky on Mars. The screen fades to white, leaving the ultimate question for us to answer. Was he Douglas Quaid, a hero who discovered his true self and liberated a world? Or is he just a construction worker, still strapped into a chair at Recall, living out the perfect ego trip? The answer remains a mystery,